What up? What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channels, guys. I gotta tell y'all right now, I had to jump back on here and talk about the Jeff Teague, LeBron James comments. Now, before I get into it, man, y'all do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate your guys' support, man, and helping get the channel out, helping my takes be seen by more people than I ever imagined. And go ahead and hit that button, man. It really helps, and I appreciate it. Like and share and comment as well. But let's get into these Jeff Teague comments, man. I don't know if you guys follow Club 520, but Jeff Teague ended up lighting a firestorm on Club 520 by accusing LeBron James. And when I say accusing, he made a statement. I'm not saying he's accusing. I got to be careful on this platform. But the comments insinuated that LeBron was on some type of performance-enhancing substances. And I thought it was interesting, and I wasn't going to make a video. But then I realized Club 520 is probably one of my best podcasts to watch, one of my best YouTube channels to watch. And, man, what you see is those guys have camaraderie. They have great communication. And what has happened, man, is just when you got three friends, you know, a group of your boys that can get together and have a conversation like that, just recapping life and telling stories and that kind of thing, they have that authenticity. And a lot of podcasts don't have that. And the fact that those three guys can just kind of sit there and play off each other, that's rare. And I give them credit for what they're doing with the podcast. But I got to tell y'all, I'm not surprised those comments came up. Jeff Teague, when it's story time with Teague, guys, I'm telling y'all right now, it ain't no telling what may come out of that guy's mouth. And I think what's surprising is, y'all got to understand, I was a Jeff Teague fan because I'm an ACC guy. I went to NC State. Jeff Teague went to Wake Forest. When Jeff Teague came to Wake Forest, he was going to be the second coming of Randolph Childress. Now, some of y'all ain't old enough to know who Randolph Childress was, but Randolph Childress was a baller for Wake Forest back in the day. So when Jeff Teague came in, and God, dog, he was better than Randolph Childress. And what I mean by that, could attack the basket, could shoot the three. The boy was bad for Wake Forest. So I've always been a fan of Jeff Teague. And when he's telling his stories, whether it be Wake Forest or whether it be in the league, you know, one of my favorite stories that he tells is when he drove home after Milwaukee won the chip, or when he wouldn't let guys come up to his apartment because it was such a struggle apartment and that kind of thing. But if y'all follow the podcast, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get into this thing about LeBron's comments, though. And one of the things y'all will see is that he's come back and said, hey, it's a joke. It was a joke. He didn't mean it. But I got to tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what I think is happening with Club 520. And y'all can get down in the comments. This is just Jeff's unfiltered conspiracy theory thing that happens. One of the things y'all going to see is that Club 520 falls up under the volume, but they're also up under Shannon Sharpe's wing of the volume. I think Jeff Teague was made to apologize and say it was a joke because Jeff Teague pissed off LeBron James' biggest fan. And who is that? Shannon Sharpe. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, we all know why Shannon Sharpe just made the news. He just settled with the girl that accused him of inappropriate behavior. And she came on and said she's retiring from her paid subscription career. She's going to do some different things that she's always wanted to do. And let me tell y'all this. I think whenever y'all see that Shannon Sharpe logo in the corner of anybody's podcast that is up under him, I think Shannon Sharpe is cleaning up the whole image of his podcasting empire. There was some rumors out there about how he ended up paying for the settlement and all that. I'm not getting into that on this video. But I think Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharpe, came in and said, recant that statement right now. Could it be that LeBron even threatened legal action and all that kind of stuff? But guys, I ain't never seen Club 520 backtrack on any other story. But I think Shannon Sharpe put a call in. That's just my conspiracy theory. It's alleged, guys. I don't have any sources. Shannon Sharpe put a call in, said, nah, boys, we let y'all do a lot of stuff. We let y'all drop the N-word. We let y'all do a lot of stuff on your podcast. But when you talk about LeBron, remember, guys, LeBron is a brand. And can you imagine if that ends up sticking with LeBron because Club 520 said it now? This is somebody who was in the league. This is somebody who's going to have inside information and that kind of thing. I think Shannon Sharpe put the kibosh on it because Shannon Sharpe right now has changed his whole approach to digital media, right? He ain't getting crazy no more. He's still good. By the way, guys, he's still good. But they not getting crazy no more. Ocho is, right? But Shannon Sharpe is being very measured. He's being very professional, if you will, compared to how he was. But I think Jeff Teague got called into the office. I think the 520 boys got called into the office. And so let me tell y'all what I thought happened initially as well. I think since Shannon Sharpe has been going through the stuff he's been going through, I think a lot of people who are up under his brand want out from under his brand. Because now if you're associated with him, it don't have the same value. And when you sign that contract to be under him, you didn't know about the behavior that was going on behind the scenes. Because before this accusation, guys, being a part of the volume and up under the Club Shay Shay Media, man, you had something going on. 520 don't need to have a muzzle put on them. Just because Shannon Sharpe screwed up don't mean everybody else under him has screwed up. And I think 520 is looking for an exit. I don't think 520 needs the Shannon Sharpe logo up in the corner. I think they still need the volume, but I don't think they need Shannon Sharpe. Now I got my notes right here, guys. Y'all know whenever somebody's telling a joke, I get that Jeff Teague came back and recanted it, but whenever somebody's telling a joke, guys, that's a motive and an element of truth in it. There's a motive and an element of truth in it. And I think Jeff Teague just opened up a can of worms, put a genie outside of the bottle, put some toothpaste outside of the tube that LeBron ain't going to be able to put in. That story went wild, guys, because there's a lot of people wondering how's he able to do it. And now all of a sudden, guys, we see a lot of these NBA guys getting caught up in gambling. All these people who we thought would never do it. But at the end of the day, Jeff Teague just opened up a can of worms. And I don't think saying it was a joke is going to put things to bed. It's not going to quiet this stuff down. And LeBron is probably not going to mention it because LeBron's just not having a good year right now. The Lakers sold the team without telling them. They building around LeBron. You don't know what's going to happen with Bronny. The Lakers are, you don't know if the Lakers want him or not. LeBron is not in the position that he's in. LeBron is not in the position he's normally in, is what I'm trying to get to say. But I think you guys got to understand something's going on. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I think Jeff Teague going to have a hard time walking this back, even though they already have. But I got to tell y'all, I think they want out from under the Club Shay Shay Media brand. They still want to stay with the volume. But why should they be connected to Shannon Sharpe? Because I think Shannon Sharpe is making Jeff Teague recant his statement. And I can tell y'all like this, if that's the case, and if 520 feel like they got a muzzle on them, we about to see a whole change in the direction of that podcast. And I'm going to hate it because I think Storytime with Teague makes that podcast worth watching. And anybody who's going to put a muzzle on them just to make sure you don't get sued by LeBron, or because you're afraid of getting sued and you just settle. I'm just saying, guys, it's all alleged. I'm just giving you my conspiracy theory. I just don't like it. Because if Shannon Sharpe is not going to be Unc no more, it's not going to be what built him, all those people under him need to figure out what they need to do to get out from under that brand. Because that was the only reason we were attracted to Shannon Sharpe. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. Is Jeff crazy? Or is Jeff owning something? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, I'm going to holler.